Okay. Let's get my supplements down with that. So, let's get into today's trading. One trade, one win, and it was 163 pips for £97. Today, well, last night I did a whole lot of backtesting, just backtesting purely the model that I mentioned on Monday. And turns out it does actually work quite a fucking lot of the time. So from now on, I am committed to using the model and the model only, and that is how I'm going to trade. So there probably will be a lot more market recaps and trade recaps going forward, just because, whereas, let's take yesterday, for example, it took 3 trades. This trade may only appear, 7 times in a month, 8 times in a month. So it's what I need, really. It's a bit more hands-off, a bit more of a swing trade strategy as well. Like some of the back testing I was doing, you'd get TPs hitting in PM session, following day London session, following day AM session. So let's get into it. Basically, it's price trades below or above previous daily high or low. Let's just take the low, for example, here. And then from there, you get an inverse fair value gap up, and then fair value gap forms from there. You enter off the fair value gap retracement with your stop below the inverse fair value gap, TP at the opposite liquidity. So green line's previous daily high, red line previous daily low. It looks like I got stopped out here, but I didn't. It's just because I was gradually trimming the stop. And yeah, so we did get. So actually, let's just take this first. Got some accumulation in the London session and traded down. We've got a 3-minute inverse fair value gap here. And then we also got a 15-minute inverse fair value gap here with the fair value gap above that after the market structure shift forming here, I think on the 1-minute or the 5-minute. Yeah. So we got 1, 2, 3, retrace. My entry was here, or maybe it was actually here. I was looking to put the limit here, but I just went in here. As you can see, this is at 7:35 in the morning. So a little bit before the AM session opened up. And then, yeah, from here we traded up. We swept this high. The London high got swept. And, yeah, you just see price sort of trades down through this inverse fair value gap. And taps this one. Normally you just have your stop below the inverse fair value gap like it is now, but because we had 2 on different time frames, I basically moved my stop to like below this one, which will turn out to be a good move. As you can see, I just lined it up on NASDAQ as well. As you can see, if I'd left it as it was on NASDAQ, I would have got stopped out, but the actual price action itself was a lot more bullish and a lot more to the T. As you can see, that would have been a 3.63 risk to reward, whereas this one I was aiming for 4.39 risk to reward. So I think with my limit, if we put like 8, it's like a 370 quid trade. And yeah, based off the fact that there was a lot of retracing, coming down, drawdown, and then prior to the move up, you could tell that NASDAQ had a more bullish sentiment. You can see the way the lows are formed here. Reason for me going long here as well was this big imbalance over here, an hourly chart. We came into that, traded through that pretty much. So it wasn't really much reason for price to go lower. The daily candles, you can see we still got this target up here. Just take drawings off, aiming for the top of this candle to then, take either this high or eventually up here, as we've been plotting on for the last couple of months. So, it wasn't till it's pretty much the same silver bullet setup. You know what I mean? You get liquidity sweep here, trade up, enter off the inverse of the fair value gap, and then go from there. But in terms of when I trimmed this stop, you know, we came down, tapped this one, then we got this big push up, which was nice. And then we also got a 5-minute inverse fair value gap form within the 15-minute inverse fair value gap. So that was my signal to trim the stop. We traded down once more, pushed up, and where we're consolidating here is basically where NASDAQ was consolidating here. So you can see how much more bullish price is on the NASDAQ compared to S&P. So I ended up closing this trade early. I was meant to take partials. As you can see, I closed it here, and my break even was going to be here, but due to the difference in the two charts, where I closed was where NASDAQ came up and filled this imbalance here, started this. So I just pressed close, hoping to do a partial close, and it just closed the whole position. So we walk away with 97 quid on this, and yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. Like, we could have, gone for a lot more. Shame that I got in on the S&P, but it's not the end of the world. If we got in on the NASDAQ, I would have ended up bringing this down a little bit. So like below this inverse, and that would be like what? I think 2 units. 91 to 330. Yeah, it would have been either way, like a 300 quid profit trade on either one. And yeah, it's just one of those. Interesting to see. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see this just come up eventually. And yeah, interesting stuff really. So overall, very happy with this. We didn't have any news today, which was nice. Bitcoin also hit all-time highs, which is nice. As you can see, this trade that I marked out on the weekly chart, I've been plotting on for a while, and I didn't get in at the time. You can see we've now reached up here, so the entry would have been 77k, and we're now at 109k. Looking for this to come all the way up to 194k. Obviously, this is a weekly chart, so this is going to take a long time, but we will get there eventually, I think. Yes, so other than that, I think that covers most of it. We've got a couple bits of red folder news tomorrow, so I'm less inclined to trade. Don't really need to take another trade for the rest of the week unless my setup forms, and yeah, I'll be continuing to backtest the rest of the week in the meantime, build some more confidence in the strategy and just the different ways that it forms, where it doesn't work as well, or where the higher probability setups are. So something that I'm definitely working on now, especially since, in the last 12 losses we've had 1 win, make that 2 wins today. So it's time to start clawing back. This one trade could have brought back, half of my losses out of those 12 trades. So yeah, just want to keep going, and we will monitor this to see if we end up hitting take profit overnight or tomorrow. But until price comes up above previous daily high or the newly set previous daily high, I have no reason to enter trade. So with that being said, I will see you tomorrow.